favorite, Brother Paul.
Can't say that.
I don't know if we have beef with him or if he's the one that we
putting dice on my stream right to
I think
kick it
the
off.
answer is both.
Hey everyone, welcome to Brother Paul's Magical Funhouse.
Welcome to Brother Paul is a dummy.
No, Brother Paul, don't.
Oh, no.
That's
Welcome to
so
the Brother
creepy.
Paul Hour, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's an
Everybody,
hour of
we're gonna say
spiritual
welcome to Brother
revelation.
Paul, Brother Paul.
Quick prayer to Paul, everybody.
Welcome to Jake Paul.
No, please
No.
No.
We're not bringing that evil into this stream. Not even I would do that to you.
Curses brought to you by Lunchly. No, okay.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
no.
That's crazy.
Brought to you by Lunchley is crazy.
All right. Welcome back to Curses, the triumphant return. It has been about a month since we were last together, and that's primarily because Kyle went off and made himself a dad. So everybody, congratulations to Kyle.
Yay!
I'm so tired. I woke up 2 hours ago.
Well, I expect only the best from you today then.
Cool.
I am especially excited to kick this kicked off again because where we left off last time, 2 people disappeared and then their mama forgot about them. And that is where we will start today's session. If you guys recall, you've all been drafted into the Hygiean Order. You have started your march out of the Varjaloon Republic. You have stopped that march outside of an orchard which housed a bunch of trees bearing the fruit of your individual draft numbers. Now, whether those draft numbers were assigned to you specifically or you just happen to be the lucky recipients, you have not determined. But what did happen was that you made a bunch of choices, and that ended up with you guys ending split. And you've invoked some amount of wrath from the accumulated guards, specifically one named Brother Paul, a large Hokaw man, that has drawn a particular liking and or interest in all of you in a way that does not feel entirely wholesome. That sounded a lot dirtier than I intended to. He's just
But
kind
I
of a
feel
jerk.
like we were as creeped out by him. Like, I feel like that's actually an appropriate way to say that.
No, he's
Yeah,
creepy.
I would say.
He's creepy. I don't like him. I don't like him. And I tricked a child into a vent. So I still don't like this guy.
Yep. No, he's a little intense. He's a true believer, if you will. Yeah. So you walked into the orchard after the gate had, after you had taken the name tags out of your own name tags out of the orchard. And then walking back through the gate, I say name tags, it's the chit with your number on it, I should say. Then walking back through the gate into the orchard, you ended up someplace entirely differently. Now, we did not describe that place at all, other than say that it was very dark when you arrived. And so I will pause here. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or things that I have forgotten before we get launched into this?
Only notable thing is that I have Tosker's coin, and Sleeves has his coin. I don't know if that impacts anything, but we got our coins from the chips from the tree.
And
Yep,
Sleeves
absolutely.
stole a uniform from somebody.
Yeah.
I think in the medicaments,
finessed it.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
I did do
Your
that.
your
You
yellow
did
sash,
do
if I
that,
remember
and
correctly.
then I think everyone remembers Garnet and Toskr except for Toolah. Am I wrong?
That's correct.
I think that's
Who
yeah.
you?
We had only one failure on that save, and unfortunately was everybody's touchstone.
That's really
So-
sad.
Where we are at, let us begin with our 2 stranded players, Toskr and Garnet. Having stepped through this gate, you find yourselves in the orchard, as you remember it. However, it is considerably darker here. This feels like a land that the suns have never touched. And that is something that is stark given the heat of what was the dry season, the impending dry season in the Varjaloon. You are chilly here, and there is an odor of damp and rot all about you. Looking around, you do recognize that there are a few changes, though, from where you left, other than just the change in temperature and the change in lighting. At the far end of the orchard, you see a glint. There is a glint as if something is illuminated suddenly by a torch or a lamp, and it is reflecting off of something that appears metallic, golden, in fact. And at the other end of the orchard, you see a deep red tree illuminated as if from within. And this tree stands out from the other twisted trees there. Looking around, these are the most noticeable features of this new orchard. There is one more thing that you notice. The ground here is absolutely covered in a thick, black, tangled undergrowth. And this is what you would recognize normally as creep. However, here it appears more structured and more firm, more real, more corporeal than it feels in the place that you had just come from. There is a clearing that is visible just to your right from this gate entrance, and there appears to be somebody standing in front of a fire there, drawing with a long stick in the dirt. And you notice that he's smaller than even Click is. But he also is hunched and appears quite aged. He wears a white robe, and every now and again he will pause his drawing, nod, and then kick it out with his sandaled foot, and then begin again. What do?
First, you see that Wormy, Garnet's woolly worm, is suddenly really cold, and he goes from chilling out on Garnet's shoulder to find a little cave in one of the holes where his rocks kind of go together. If memory serves, Garnet and Toskr are holding hands. Is that true?
I think so. As long as I can remember. If not, we can be now.
If they're not, he grabs Toskr's hand and he's a little scared. Hey, should we, ask for directions?
We could. Where are we trying to go?
Garnet don't know, but we could also go touch the red tree or the light, but that's kind of what got us in this situation.
This is true. Well, I guess nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
Sure. Do you want to be the one to say hi, or does Garnet need to speak?
I can talk, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
How close are we to the...
You're a ways away. You're currently, like, your feet are getting pulled at by this undergrowth. It is actively grabbing at what it can, and it feels like it's trying to twine around you like a rapidly growing ivy. As you look about, you can say roughly about like a few steps to get to this clearing area where there is a fine line of white powder there that you would have to assume would be salt. You do notice on the second glance that there are a number of like misshapen lumps in this black field too that are a little strange. And why don't I give me an insight roll, both of you?
Okay.
Or...
Yeah, no problem. No problem! That is... Oh, well, actually, it might be a problem because I forgot you had them together.
Insight, instinct.
Sorry, instinct.
Yeah. That is a 15.
Did I say insight? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
15 with...
Sorry, this is a 12, so with fear?
Oh, good.
I will
Okay, so I
take
did...
that
Yeah, it was a
fear.
natural 12 on the fear die. That's why I got so
I
excited.
got a 12 on the hope die and 11 on the fear die.
Oh well, geez, you just absolutely
Wow.
destroyed it.
Yeah, does his
so, yeah.
12 on hope, does it make my 12 on fear just like it never
No,
Yeah.
exists?
you
Yeah,
mark
that's
your
how it
mark
should
your
be.
hope, TJ. I feel you, but I will mark. I am now just so you know. I am full up on fear from last session to here. So we're sitting at 12. Of
I
12
mean,
fear.
that's great. That's what.
Yeah, of course
I
you're full up
wanted
on
to
fear,
hear.
brother Paul.
Yeah. No,
It's
he's
gonna be
saving them
super fun.
all for Brother
Yeah.
Paul, and he's going
I
to use them
just-
all at once.
The phrase
thought-
"full up on fear" sounds uncomfortably sexual.
Full Up
Full
on
Up
Fear
on
is
Fear.
Brother Paul's
Fear.
album.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought fear for you was use it or lose it each session, so you should actually be back to 0, right?
Oh, fair.
Right,
No,
yeah.
you did read that rules book cover to cover, right?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
wrote like an addendum to it too. I said,
Yeah, there's a new scene, right? You should be
It's
at
in-
0 fear.
Well,
Exactly.
Appendix A.
With Afterword by Athan.
Yeah.
I bow to your superior knowledge of the system. With that roll, you both do notice a couple things. I will say this. As you look around, Garnet, the first thing that catches your eyes is that there is a glint, again, as if there's a light source here beyond just this fire, which does not seem to be casting much of a radius of illumination at all. What you do see, though, is there's some bones sticking out of one of these piles. Toskr, with your roll, you see that there is an actively decomposing corpse in the one just beyond that. So that's the information that you have. Again, about 10-foot easy walk to the salt line that marks the edge of the grove. And right behind you is the gate. And out in front of you through the rest of the orchard is by far the worst creep infestation that any of you have seen.
Garnet,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is too safe. I mean, that's a dead body right there. Although this is very fascinating. And he like brings down his goggles and he looks around.
Don't touch it.
But if I and like he kind of like pokes at the body itself.
Oh my god. What are you doing?
It's just a study.
Just to be clear, while there are some piles nearer to where you are, if you want to poke at the body that you saw, you would have had to gone about halfway into this orchard. Okay. So
Does Toskr think if we just turn around and go back out the gate that we'll just be right back where we were? That makes sense, right?
I would assume so, but this is the creep, so it could be about anything.
That light is really pretty.
The light is really pretty.
I want to touch it.
That would help my research. Maybe we shouldn't touch things, but
Yeah, that would make me a hypocrite since I told you not to touch it.
true.
as you stand discussing this, you can feel, Garnet, that one of the vines of this strangely corporeal creep is wrapped firmly around one of the stones in your foot at this point. And as you shift your weight, you can feel it tearing and resisting your movement.
Well, no matter what, I think we should move.
We definitely have to move. Would you like to go further in, or should we leave? I don't know if our friends know if we're here.
Well, since we're here, we could go check out the pretty light at least if we don't talk to the weird man drawing in the dirt.
Sure. I don't know if we can completely avoid him, but what's the worst that could happen, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Can't be worse than it is, right?
I
but
like
we
to
should-
believe they're close enough that this person could just hear them loudly say, as long as we don't go by that weirdo. A single tear just drops down.
Sizzles on the flame.
All right, so I guess let's continue in, and I'm gonna like climb on Garnet's back.
Yeah, he'll
Sure.
help you up, put you on his shoulder.
Just let me know where you're going.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You said there's an island of salt. Is that towards the end or
There's a
inside?
lot.
No, it's immediately to your right. There's an area that is free of creep, that is bordered by a rim of salt, and holds a man short man, incredibly short man, in a white robe that is drawing in the dirt in front of a fire.
Okay, well, he's in the sand, so he can't be a part of the creep. So maybe it's safer to go towards the strange old man.
Okay, Garnet gonna try really hard not to mess up the salt line. He's done that before.
Please don't.
And I'm going to try very, very carefully. He's going to literally, like, pick his leg up as much as he can to put over
Absolutely.
the salt line and very carefully approach.
You wrench your foot free from this creep that's grasping at you, and carrying Toskr with you, you end up making your way into the salt line. As soon as you cross that line, the old creature in front of you, this aged creature, stops immediately what it's doing, and its eyes turn up, staring dead at you, motionless.
Is his drawing good?
Back on the road.
Oh no! I was gonna compliment his artistry.
You are all standing outside the wagon, headed by the scorpion. You've just watched your two friends disappear as they cross the threshold of the portal directly therein, after being chased there, at least Toskr was, by Brother Paul. Brother Paul throws up his hands and looks as if he's about to curse before he stops suddenly and gives a wry shake of his head, and almost as if he's forgotten the whole thing has happened, turns around and skulks back towards his wagon.
Oh, well, how
so strong,
about that? Anyone hungry? I'm gonna look in the wagon and try to grab like a piece of bread or an apple or something.
I could eat
'cause
before.
I'm
I could eat before nap. Yeah. What do you
Wait,
think?
where did they,
cool, cool.
where did they go? Wait.
And Click is just staring, and like sputtering, and the words don't come out.
Well, that is the question, isn't it? I say, taking a big bite of an apple, and then I'll
What you got in
I'll
there?
pat Toolah on the shoulder. Oh, what do you think, Mother?
I'm sorry, who are we talking about?
Oof.
Very confused.
As you're
see-
speaking, Gemma Hursting, who, if you recall, was the right hand of Grand Marshal Pog, starts walking down the line of wagons. And instead of stopping briefly to talk to each of the wagon drivers as she had previously, she is carrying a tablet and she is making a mark. And as she approaches, you hear her call out, "Assemble your teams for the burn. We need at least 2 of your recruits apiece participating in order to set the burn from all sides. We have orders from Pog to do this with expedition, so make haste." And having said this, she walks on.
He looks after Gemma and then looks at. I guess I don't really know that Toolah doesn't remember yet, so I feel like I would talk to Toolah. I'll look at Toolah and I'll go,
We have to stop her from beginning the burn. They're still inside.
Who's still inside?
he gestures out at where they disappeared.
Garnet and
Vic, what is this?
Toskr.
Click, I don't know who you're talking about.
Can I make
What
like a
is this
sanity
with-
save or something?
I feel like you would automatically fail any of those, though.
You're free to approach this however you want. Mechanically, I'm not going to assign anything on any player-to-player interaction.
Sure.
Click, did you get into the mushrooms again?
No, here.
With me. Please be honest. Just be honest.
No,
Please be
no.
honest, so we can go find
What you-
someone and get you something and
You,
take
you,
care of
you
it.
know them. You employed them and us, and we came together.
I-
And
Sorry, darling, I don't know quite what's wrong with you. It's only ever been the two of us.
I'll look at Sleeves. I'll be like,
You remember, right?
Remember what?
Them?
I'm in on the con. I'm full in on the con at this point, guys. I would.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about. You're talking about Garnet. And, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
This is not very funny. This is not very funny. It's been a very long day. I'm
No,
very tired
no, it's
and
not
I'm very
funny.
upset.
Listen, Toolah. I am afraid that perhaps through some effect of the creep, perhaps you're suffering a lapse in memory of some kind, or something like that. I don't, or maybe I'm having an insertion of memories, but he had it too. So, either way, I think we should probably tell Gemma.
Well, I don't really see a reason to tell her anything.
As you are speaking, you notice that there are indeed an assemblage of recruits that are being lined up, and one of the blue sashed hospitalers is walking up and down the line, handing out some punks. If you're familiar with the term, a punk is a slow burning stick used to light underbrush or kindling.
Scorpion, you remember, right? Right? You remember you wanted them really badly.
Alright, well, I wouldn't put it so creepily, but yes, the
Paul.
rock and the
Yeah, the
little
rock.
one.
Okay, so do something, please.
So, Josh, what's the last thing that I remember?
The last thing that I have to give it to you like this, because
Sure.
the nature of this effect, we'll call it, is one that would be similar to, are you familiar with the concept of a false hydra? I see everybody else nodding.
No, what is
I hate to ruin this
for the audience.
Google it.
Yeah.
I can Google it, Josh.
No, don't. Let me just say this. It is emptied out any portion of your memory that contained them and patched over it like with whiteout. So while you remember specific events that they may have been there, they are simply not there in your recollection. For you, what you remember is that you showed up to the Andam, you were drafted, you were there with Click. Click was very agitated. Click made an escape. All of this tracks, but as a part of that, Garnet is nowhere in that memory. Toskr is nowhere in the actions that took place, nor are they anywhere in the actions that have taken place before you. It's almost as if they've been individually edited out of your lives.
We got
Eternal Sunshine.
Spider-Man.
And
We
then
got
just to
Eternal
go
Sunshine would be a good example.
Pretty much, yeah. And then just to go back, so what's happening now with the burn, or implying that they're going to burn, is that the same thing? Is that the same course of action that we took when 100 or so years ago when
when we ran the
last major incursion
yes
descended on Tidwell. Okay.
This is a typical there are two ways of dealing with this as far as creep in general. Burning is the one that is seen as more permanent. And burning is only acceptable when it's done far away from settlements or any other people that would otherwise be affected by the distillation of smoke from this burning creep. Because that, if you recall, that was generally seen as a very bad thing when folks are exposed to burning creep.
If I can, take a second. I do want to respond to Click quickly because he was asking me to do something, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'd turn back to him and say, "Oh, well, you need the Scorpion's help now. I thought your good friend Hursting was gonna take care of all this." Referencing last session when Hursting was like, "Hey, I'll give you time to try to figure this out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yes.
I got it.
I don't know her very well yet, so maybe if you want to go talk to her.
I got it. I yell for her. Is she too far away for me to yell for her?
No, you could yell for her.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out and be like, "Hey, there's an issue."
So you notice as those punks are being handed out that the blue sashed hospitaller ends at the line with 2 still in his hand and looks up and looks around and calls for Gemma at the same time. So as you do that, she makes her way down, but having heard you first, she stops back at your wagon.
Sick. Click had something he wanted to ask you.
You hear the like door stopper noise. The
I got you, buddy. Don't worry. I got it. I got it handled.
Yeah, he almost like shrinks into his like shell almost. Little eyes looking up at it, and he'll go,
Yes. I don't think starting a burn is an advisable course of action at this point in time.
Could you perhaps tell me why?
Yes, I apologize, Madame Hursting. As you might recall,
and I'll look around and make sure other people weren't listening.
you gave us leeway to conduct some investigations, and Garnet, if you'll remember, big and round and rocky, and Toskr, not so big, not so round, not so rocky. They went in through that portal there, and they're gone. And now Toolah, the other not so big, not so round, not so rocky person, is not currently remembering them, which leads me to believe there's some sort of creep effect. Maybe
she raises a hand as if to quiet you, and she says, I told you that I would give you time to investigate, and that I can do. But I cannot forestall the actual order. That would be open mutiny against the Grand Marshal, and
they will die.
She give us time, but wouldn't actually give us time.
No, please understand me. This process will take time, and there are a certain way to do things. I've spoken to Grand Marshal Pog, and she seems satisfied that we use this as a teaching opportunity for the recruits. And out of the corner of her eye, she sees you making hand motions as if you're blabbing, and she stops, and her 2 blue eyes lock onto you, and she says, is there a problem, Scorpion?
Oh, none at all. It's just have you no care for the poor little rock thing. And I'm going to say he's probably picked up enough. I want to see if she seems to remember, Toskr and or Garnet.
Go for it. You can make an instinct check on this.
Okay.
We'll call this a 12.
All right, instinct. So I'm just going to press the little roll button. I'm going to roll, and I'm going to get
That
a
is how that works.
16 with hope.
Well, for some reason, your rolls aren't showing up here.
Very
That
Scorpion
didn't
of
happen
you.
to us
Yeah.
either.
Well, it's a
didn't-
16 with hope, I promise.
Okay, no worries. Let me see if I can.
Put
Okay.
that on Garnet's too big around.
It's crazy. I got a 47 with hope, so.
Yeah, no, I will
got a
trust you.
100 with extra hope, actually.
With the 16, you can tell that she is being. She's not actively hostile towards you. She's not looking to lie to you about things. She seems genuine but annoyed.
But does she did she seem to recognize Garnet when?
Oh yeah. She
okay,
recognizes.
Cool.
Like she understands what she's promised you.
Well, yeah. I'm just because other people have forgotten about Garnet. That's why.
That's fair. There's nothing in her behavior that would indicate that she has forgotten anything.
Okay, cool. In that case, I do have to lie, and if she believes that I have something I can pull, which is, well, I know that we make sacrifices, but and sometimes collateral damage, but a sloppy burn while someone's still in the middle of the thicket might be mighty dangerous. 'Cause last I heard, our little rock friend was still out there, and I'm going to point, and if she believes me enough to look, then I want to use narrative collapse. But I technically have to trick her, but I don't. Yeah.
Narrative collapse is just such
No,
an
I don't know.
intense name.
I don't know if I agree that this would be tricking her, just getting her to look.
Yeah, well,
Because
it just
she
says
did-
you deceive a chart. I just have, I guess, convincing her that Garnet is still in the middle of the
She believes you, though.
Okay.
already.
Cool.
I hear you.
But
Vizier.
that's not a lie.
don't
Like that's
Did
the
you
thing.
realize your flies down though?
Yeah, I don't see. You're not lying. Here's. I can't allow you to use it in this case because she understands that they have re-entered the orchard.
Okay.
And I will say that, like, so when I, like, you do this, you point over her shoulder, she looks and she nods and she says, I obviously can't see them, but yes, I witnessed them enter as well, and I understand that there is
So we wouldn't be
something
able,
at play here.
we wouldn't be able to see someone inside the thicket.
No, you would be able to, but when they re-entered with their chits, with their numbers,
Well, no,
They
that's what I'm saying. Garnet is right there, in the thicket.
Would it?
What if that actually brings
Standing
Garnet back,
in
and then
the
now
middle.
Toskr is alone in this
Sure.
realm? Like,
Will be
Okay.
fully burned.
she looks
Guys-
again.
Does that? Can I use narrative collapse in this case?
Go ahead.
I'm going to use narrative collapse. It says a small element in my lives become temporarily real. I would like to create a poor facsimile of Garnet, similar to like in a video game where like from a distance, so like a big rock thing with googly eyes. But because the thicket is far away, I want to use True Story, where I spend 3 hope to make it last till the end of the session. So basically, I want to have just a little Garnet running around that I can control where it goes.
Oh, I don't know if I can let you control where it goes, because if you're making like you could make Garnet in there.
That's fine.
if
That's fine.
Okay?
I'll make a Garnet that's in the middle, and the truth is that it's in the middle, and I don't think it's gonna. Yeah,
right, because as described, you said that Garnet was there, right?
yeah, Garnet was
Okay.
there, and I want to make Garnet just stay there till the end of the session.
Let's find out why narrative collapse is not completely overpowered. She looks again, and indeed, there is, all of you can see now, a very true to life representation of Garnet. Hannah, I am going to have you play this character, and I'm going to let you know up front that this is not Garnet.
Yeah.
And you are free to make whatever choices you want to make in this scene. Okay?
Okay.
You are standing in the middle of this orchard. Grand, excuse me, the, God, I don't remember her title now. Gemma Hursting stops and turns and looks. I'm sorry, did somebody correct me there?
I remembered the name. Sorry, it's Vizier? Vizier Hursting?
Vizier, yes, Vizier.
See, I
Yep.
took
So
notes.
Vizier, thank you very much. Vizier Hursting acknowledges that there is now a Garnet by all appearances standing in the middle of this field, and she turns back and says, "All right, I'm not fully sure that is the Garnet that we are after, but have you by chance?" Would you consider yourself a practiced liar, Scorpion?
Oh, well, I practiced. You shouldn't flatter me like that, Vizier.
Do you, I have to ask, assume that I am stupid?
Well, you are a politician, aren't you?
Oh no.
I wouldn't classify myself as such. Now we have a different problem that we will need to deal with in addition to the orders that I have to burn this. And you've created an imminent threat, shall we say, to someone who may want to say that this orchard is more dangerous than it may actually be. I will need to go talk to Grand Marshal Pog. Hannah, you are standing in this field. You are all of 30 to 35 seconds old. You do not understand where you are, why you are here. But like any person fresh to existence, you are scared, you are alone, and you are seeking comfort. Vizier Hursting looks you again dead in the eye, Scorpion, and says, I would advise you in the future to be more prudent about where we employ our abilities, especially not towards those that are trying to assist you. And she takes a step backwards, and with a twist that causes her robes to spin out from her body, she begins marching furiously back in the direction of Grand Marshal Pog's wagon.
Well, and that's, I'm going to say under my breath, that's what makes her a fool. She thought she was the one I was worried. She thought she was the one I was targeting. Hey, Paul!
Okay.
Yelled at Brother Paul.
What exactly? Your brother Paul, having heard his name, stands up suddenly from where he is at near this line of cadets, where he'd been giving a browbeating to his 2 recruits in line, and then peers over them directly at you, Scorpion, and he says, I see that there's a requirement for me over at that wagon, so if the 2 of you, absolute failures, would wait here for me ever so politely.
Can I ask
And
a
he-
question while Paul's coming over?
Yep.
If everybody saw somebody go into the thicket, would they still do the burn?
Yeah. So here's something that you. It would appear that they are going to still do the burn. You don't know who does know, who doesn't,
I
and
thought
you
they
don't
all
have
saw
any
us,
information.
wasn't
I
it
can't
all
just.
chasing us when we first went?
Yes.
No, the question.
You would-
The question to Scorpion is just if they saw somebody currently
Oh.
run into the thicket, would they continue the burn?
Not to me. Gotcha.
To Scorpion,
Yep.
right? Because yeah, it would be meta. I don't want. Would they stop if somebody else went in there?
There is only one way to find out.
That's a good backup plan, but
Okay.
let's put an expendable down first. Paul!
Paul pushes through the 2 recruits in front of him and storms up to you, Scorpion. This had better not be a waste of my time.
You're a protector of the grove, right? Preventing weird things from getting in.
What on earth are you on about?
Well, you're supposed to prevent anyone from going in and disturbing the grove, right?
What would give you that idea?
Oh, I just thought, I didn't realize you were so lax. Didn't realize you were so light in the rules. Didn't realize you were so cool, Paul.
He raises his beak up and clacks it together a couple times, uncomfortably close to your face, and then says, I've never been accused of being lax with anyone, Scorpion.
Oh.
And I would advise you to tread carefully with your next words.
Oh. I just wasn't sure, because, looks like you missed one. I'm going to say pointing to Garnet.
That's actually Tenarg.
Or 10 rag.
Yeah.
Tenarg. Point
Yeah.
to 10 rags.
Oh wait, yeah, Tenrag.
Tenrag.
Tenrag. And he is actually, he doesn't know what he's doing, and there's all these chits hanging all over the place, and he's just gonna go around collecting them.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else will, if the other players will understand this, but the Scorpion's plan is to, since I put Garnet in the center, my goal is to get someone very visibly, preferably multiple people very visibly, to chase into the void and also disappear. And right now I'm trying to bait Paul into doing it.
Okay. If you recall, though, Paul was told to stop Toskr from entering, to clear folks from the entrance of that, and he has no recollection of this.
Said if I could just push people in.
So
Yeah.
so he
no,
turns.
I'm just because they twinkle and I don't know what numbers are or what
Perfect.
they mean. I'm just gonna go around and touch them. Maybe I drop a couple because I don't know what I'm doing.
So here's what's gonna happen with Paul. Paul turns and looks and sees Tenrag, if you will, in the middle of the orchard and says, "What is that bucket doing in there? And he looks back at you. Is this some kind of joke? Is this something you've put others up to?"
Depends.
"Answer me!" And he reaches and grabs you by the front of your tunic.
Well, still wouldn't look pretty good on you if all these recruits were acting so mischievous, would it?
"Is this one of yours?"
One of mine, one of yours, one of theirs. It's one, that's for sure.
Paul looks up and down the wagon, and noticing that there are a number of officers still paying attention, he turns back to you and says, "I will remember this, Scorpion. And please bear in mind that there are plenty of occasions, less public than this, where you and I will be forced to interact."
Hey, yo.
And he turns and says, "I would suggest you exit the orchard before we burn, rock thing."
I don't think it can hear you.
I also don't think it can comprehend language. That's a baby.
Having received no response, Paul stomps a single foot and starts kicking the dirt as he walks back towards the line. He taps his two recruits on the shoulder and motions them after him with a burning punk. He is stopped briefly by an approaching yellow-shawled officer, one of the rear captains, you would guess. Which one, you don't know. This one appears to be human. She says a few words to him, and he begrudgingly turns and orders them to put their punks out before heading into the orchard. Now, you want to send these three into the orchard. What did you imagine was going to happen when they went into the orchard?
I want to see them go. My goal is to. I was trying to place the Garnet, the fake Garnet, assuming it didn't just disappear, in past the threshold where everyone disappeared.
Yep.
So yeah, my goal is to get them to walk up to it and hopefully see if they also blip out of existence.
Okay, they walk through the threshold without issue.
Well, how about that?
I think they have to grab one of the chits.
Does Tenrag have everything that Garnet has?
Yeah, I would imagine that Kyle would have fabricated you into existence with the complete picture, right?
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
there's...
Yeah,
Okay.
just like a little poorly made. So again, big ass googly eyes. That's
Well,
very important.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
For now.
Like low polygonal, like
yeah.
Nintendo 64 Garnet.
Cool.
Brother Paul looks quite scary, so Tenrag is just gonna run further into the orchard so that he can't catch him.
Clutching a whole armful of these chits, you run with a tinkling noise of metal on rock deeper into this orchard, fleeing from the pursuing Brother Paul and his 2 recruits. One of the recruits falters and looks back at the orchard, now suddenly aware that they are alone in this very odd structured creep forest, and has a moment of panic. Paul does not notice this, but he breaks and starts running back towards the entrance. Tenreg,
Yeah.
help me understand how far are you going? Because Brother Paul is going
I
to pursue
just
you until
don't
you
want him
stop.
to touch me, so I'm just gonna try to hide behind trees, and
Okay.
I probably think that he's after my shinies.
Okay. You bury yourself against a tree and
I'll do you one better. Can Tenrag become a pile of rocks?
you absolutely can, Tenrag.
Yeah, he just...
Are you doing this in one of the clear pathways, or are you
No,
moving
no.
in? Okay,
Goes behind
absolutely.
a tree, becomes a pile of low poly rocks, and
Yep.
all the chits that he was holding just clink, 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 clink.
You dissemble into a pile of rocks, and the loot that you were carrying spills out like it were a game of Sonic.
Yeah,
You're spilling coins everywhere.
yeah.
And as you do so, the creep on the ground around you begins to weave up and around the rocks that previously comprised your body.
Oh no.
And for a brief moment, Tenrag has a glimpse of a twin before he slowly fades out of consciousness.
Tenrag does? Did I just
Yes.
die?
No, you did not die.
Okay.
But we are going to step back in to the orchard here as you understand it. The most noticeable thing about this figure in the white robe in front of you is that every inch of his face is covered in a deep crease, as if he were a well-used glove.
Interesting.
And he has piercing eyes in that they bear no pupils or irises. They are just a white wall as he stares directly at you. And he pauses briefly, his head tilts, and he smiles and makes a gesture with his hand, beckoning you towards his fire.
That's very nice.
I activate cross-referenced?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have any sense that this is a manifestation of anything etherotaxia or creep related. You think that whatever this is, this appears to be a very genuine creature of some sort, unrelated to the surrounding phenomena.
Okay.
Can
Yes,
I
sir.
see
That's
what
fair.
it is
Until
he's
end of
drawing?
scene, my filed under impossible is going to automatically trigger whenever I encounter a new manifestation of creep or etherotaxia without having to roll.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I see what it is he's been drawing in the dirt?
So you can get a sense that of a general shape of things, but where he's recently kicked over it multiple times. So it's not really anything immediately distinguishable. I will let you make a roll on it, though, to see if there's any
Sure.
information you can glean. So go ahead and give me, we'll call this an instinct roll, just for
Sure.
noticing, and potentially there will be a knowledge roll to follow it up.
That is a 13 with hope.
Okay, the 12 was the challenge for that. So you do notice that there are the general shape of the figures that he's drawing. Now, I have to ask you a question about Garnet.
Yeah.
What kind of education has Garnet had?
Probably whatever you think Toolah would reasonably read as a bedtime story.
And the rest of it's just what you've done in the shop?
Probably what I've heard. I mean, I did grow up alongside a regular human child until I was like 7. So if there's like big, like everybody knows about certain mythologies, like he probably would have at least cursory knowledge of them. Like everybody knows the boogeyman, you know, like.
Yeah. I think you would know enough that you recognize the sign of one of the aegises, and that would be like a shield shape that's being drawn. You know that these are common decorations on buildings, on clothing, things like that, and you also know that they denote something to do with the ages and the story of Tidwell's turning. So you get a general sense that he's drawing something shield shaped, but you don't really have a clear read on what.
How close are we to this guy now?
A matter of like yards.
Yeah. And
So Tosker's going to go, are you friendly?
He smiles again and he opens his mouth and says, "About as friendly as they come."
That's very nice.
His white eyes follow you as you approach.
I'm put very at ease by that.
He sits down next to this fire and motions for you to do the same.
Yeah, Garnet will just sit down as gently as he can.
Tosker's just going to sit on Garnet's like neck.
You notice immediately that despite being pretty close to this fire, there's no actual warmth coming off of it. This is one of the few familiar things here, and it feels somehow less real than the creep that you were just standing in. And this white-robed figure turns to you and says, I should introduce myself. My name is a little bit hard for most of the living to pronounce, but it's Crew Hachulchlud. But you can call me Crew.
Thank you, Crew. My name is Garnet.
Well, that's a good name, Garnet. I like it.
Thank you.
Like the stone. And that's
Yeah.
fitting because you're a big stone feller, aren't you?
Yeah.
I like it. Whoever named you had good taste. And who's your friend, Garnet?
You can reference me as T.
Well, T, that's what do they say? Brevity is a virtue. And I would say that is about the most brief name that I've come across. So that's great for you. I like it.
Thank you. And I like your name too. Is it Kruhahaha or Kruhaha?
So close. There's a bit of like a glottal stop in there. It's a Kruhaklad.
Kruhahaglad.
No, Haklad.
Haklad.
No, try it. Hold on. You really got to get it. It's pretty much in the back of the throat. Ready? Haklad.
Crew.
It's all right. We'll get there.
I'll just call you Crew.
We'll get there. It's all right.
Crew, what are you doing here?
And what are you drawing?
Oh, I'm drawing the Order of the Ages.
Order of the Ages?
Yeah, the Order of the Ages. You know, first age, second age, third age. It's meditative. I spend my time here, and I have to spend that time somehow waiting for new folks to come and accept a challenge of the Grove for worthiness. And this is how I do it.
You said a challenge of the Grove?
Yeah. They happen seemingly with less frequency these days, and you notice as he's talking that he is jittering erratically, as if he's trying to hold himself together. His arms are crossed tightly over his chest now, and there's a bead of sweat that is tracing one of the deep lines in his face. And he continues, I've been tasked with finding a champion of the Grove, and it's been a long time waiting for somebody to come and actually be that.
Oh.
What would a champion of the Grove do?
Yeah.
Oh, you would be responsible for bringing the wishes and the desires of the grove to the corporeal world.
That sounds lovely.
It is.
Toskr starts writing things down.
Yeah. I personally find it very worthy, which is why I volunteered for this role. And I've been here through 4 ages now.
Oh,
4 ages.
my. And you haven't found a champion?
Not for lack of trying. And he kind of gestures broadly to the grove laid out before him.
What would a champion have to do?
Bodies.
Oh, well, unfortunately, part of my duties is not giving you all the information you want. Because
Sure.
your intuition plays a part in determining whether you are a champion of the grove or not. It's a whole thing. But here's what I can offer. You can stay here by the fire with me as long as you want. And I mean that. I've been here for 4 ages.
Right,
So
yeah.
you don't need to eat or sleep or do any of the tasks that you would usually associate with like a biological body.
Okay.
And I'll keep you company. I would love some company. So I might suggest that you don't try for the grove. But
Garnet has
this
a
is
question.
well, hold on, because that's
Okay,
something that we'll have
sorry.
to cover.
Yeah.
I have to give you the rules. This is part of it.
Yeah.
I will give you a little bit of time for questions before. You know what?
No, of course,
What's your,
yeah.
just between you and me, what's your question?
No, it was just because, Garnet would love to hang out with you, but Garnet has
Okay.
people waiting, so does time pass differently here? That was all.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, crew, why haven't you tried to leave? 4 ages is a long time.
Oh, why haven't you tried to be the champion yourself?
Oh, I can't. I'm dead.
Okay, well, that hasn't stopped a lot of people before.
Wait, I'm sorry, and like Tom's gonna
Garnet
do a leg.
Garnet is trying to be inspirational. He's like,
Oh, I'm sure that there's a way to be a champion.
Now Toskr like refocuses his goggles.
Well-
I'm sorry. Did you say you're dead?
Quite dead for about 4 ages now. But here's the thing. I can't be a champion of the grove, well, because I'm dead, and because the champion of the grove has to be a corporeal creature
I
from
see.
from Tidwell itself, and they have to go and represent our wishes out in the larger world. And the real problem with it is that we've had a less than I don't want to say adversarial because that sounds like we want to like fight, but we've had a less than cordial relationship with the living,
Yeah.
at least in our experience.
Garnet just thinks that they're scared. They don't understand. They probably can't communicate with you, and so, they think you're a threat.
He stares dead into your eyes with his pale white flat orbs that are lodged in his head, and he says, "Why would anyone be afraid of us? We're just like you, except more dead."
Right, I mean, I think Garnet thinks that sometimes people are afraid of death. As
Well, what a silly thing!
general concept.
I've been dead much longer than I was ever alive, and I
Right.
have to say, I don't really even remember being alive that much.
Right. And you said there were rules?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Garnet would love to be your champion of the grove.
Okay, well, now that you've said that, we have to.
Oh
Garnet,
shit!
maybe
Wait,
we should
I
think
mean,
about
you
this
could
first.
you could tell me the rules first, please.
No, we have to do the rules.
Yeah, okay.
But
Oof.
we have to now that you've accepted the challenge to be a champion. I'm afraid.
Wait, are you sure there's not like a contract Garnet would have to sign first or something of that nature?
Oh, the virtue of you being here and carrying your call into the grove was the contract.
So
Oh, you would. Oh! I knew there was something more. Toskr, it's all right. Garnet would accept either way.
Buddy, I know. But
This is
first
narratively interesting.
let's start with the rules.
Please.
I have no choice in the matter, so we'll have to. Here is what you must know. If you wish to leave, both the golden tree and the red tree must fall. However, there is obviously the matter of the grove itself to deal with. The longer you spend in the grove, the more it will try to hold you there. The grove does not like to allow, and I don't want you to overreact this, the grove does not want to allow dead things to leave. And right now, you are technically dead as well. Just while you're here.
Oh, so like, it's a temporary death.
Yeah, think of it like if you drowned and then were later revived. This is a thing. Now, I'm not fully reminiscing exactly. Drowning is something that can happen to you or no?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Garnet thinks people still drown these days.
Okay. Okay. The explosions you can't come back from, right? It's just there's some things that work in
Garnet
some...
didn't even know you could come back from drowning.
Oh, well, I don't take that knowledge back with you because that's also strictly forbidden.
Oh, okay.
You notice he seems more at ease as he settles into explaining the rules here. Here's what I can tell you. Anything that you find in the grove, you can bring into yourself. Some things may help you, some things may harm you, but all things will change you. Whoever bears the things that they take from the grove must make those things part of themselves. So if you find a set of legs out there that belong to one of the previous challengers, if you will,
Sure.
they may make you taller and easier to walk through the grove, but who knows, it might make you a little unsteady too.
Sounds like a role-playing game I played once.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but maybe if we hadn't started on this, you could have told me, but now we're fully in the throes of it. So
yeah, continue, please. So sorry.
I will say this, that the undergrowth itself is nearly impenetrable. The longer you spend in it, the more difficult it will be to move through. And anytime that you're there, you may have experienced it on your way in, it's going to try to root you in place and hold you there. And you spend long enough there, you're going to become part of the landscape for the next challenger. And so there's this.
Right.
All the lumps you see in the grove there are the previous challengers. And
All of them. Okay.
at any point through this, you are free to ask me a question.
Okay.
About anything, no matter where you are. I promise you I will hear it. But so that we don't expend these unnecessarily, I need you to use my full title and phrase it exactly like this. Cruavel, answer me this. And then your question comes right after that, okay? Are we clear? Don't say it back to me because then you're going to use one of your questions. But do you understand how it goes?
Yeah. How many questions does Garnet get to ask this way?
3 for every challenger. Every challenger gets 3, and I will answer you with I will answer you as truthfully as the power vested in me allows me to, and it is a significant power.
Quick clarification.
I'm afraid that I can't offer too much clarification beyond
Right, no,
this.
just the rules say if you wish to leave. Does that also mean if you wish to become your champion?
Oh, if you leave, then you will be the champion. It's just
Okay.
Question
Cool.
pertaining
one
to the game:
follows the
is
other.
it just Garnet since Garnet accepted it, or am I also included in that?
Can
Well-
there be 2 champions?
He looks directly at you, Garnet, and says, "I'm afraid that unless you phrase that appropriately, I cannot answer that question."
Okay.
And he looks about the game. Yes, as soon as you're here, you're part of the game. Unfortunately, Toskr. So
Okay.
And then this is out of character, but just in case it is relevant, I don't know if it makes a difference that Toskr, I don't know if he would have come in with his
I didn't. I
token
didn't have one.
because I have his.
you
token.
definitely had one.
No.
He had
You
a
100% had one.
He had a token, but it wasn't
Toskr has his
Toskr's.
tree
Okay.
Toskr has his tree token. Toskr doesn't have his original token.
Does
He's
not
at the
matter.
start.
Does not matter. You
Oh,
came in
okay.
with a token, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody else was grabbing tokens off the tree. I'm very glad that you guys chose that.
Well, I
because
did
was
grab
hoping
one
that
off the
would
tree,
do.
but I
Well-
managed
No,
to
but
get
you
one somehow,
you did have a token.
Yeah. I got one
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
Because I remember explicitly asking you that as you told me that you wouldn't.
Yeah,
back
who
in.
knows what's about to happen to Tenrag?
So he looks at you. He informs you that he cannot answer that without you expending one of those questions.
Understood. Hey, Toskr. Does Toskr think that's important enough to ask before we do anything?
Wait, what do you want to ask?
Like, can we both leave or can there be only one?
Why don't we save that for later?
Okay, sure. Okay. Well, why don't you stay on Garnet's shoulder? That way there's only one set of legs to get stuck.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. If we get stuck, Garnet has a plan.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. So we just have to knock down the trees? Like, I don't
Well-
know, how do we win?
It says they must fall. Garnet doesn't know if that means we need to hurt the tree or if they can be reasoned with.
Or turn to fall. I don't know what season it is here, but
I don't know. But do you want to start with the red tree or the golden tree?
which one is closer to us, God?
So where you're at, the golden tree would be closer, but not by a significant amount. If you recall, the orchard, as you saw it originally, spans about 60 yards in either direction, so 120 yards total. You're maybe 10 yards to the right now, where this grove, this clearing in the grove is, and that would put you technically closer to the golden tree on the far end of the orchard on the right, from your perspective.
We can try to check it out. Just remember not to stay still. I think we'll just have to keep circling it if you can. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
If you start to get tired, we can come back to the pit here.
Okay.
You notice that Crew is staring at both of you with his flat white eyes, with a rather pained expression on his face.
I think Garnet
If we
thinks
leave
we
here, we
might
can't
not
come
be
back,
able to
huh?
come back, yeah. Thank you, Crew. If
Thank
I
you.
can, and if Garnet does become the champion, Garnet would love to hang out sometimes.
I'd really
Yeah,
like
hopefully-
that.
Hopefully, we could take you out of here, make you alive again. I don't.
You could paint in the corporeal world, or draw, or do whatever you want to do.
He grimaces a little bit and he says, I don't think that my master would appreciate that too much.
You have a master?
He looks a little bit shocked for a second, and then his lips kind of purse, and he says,
Look, I
Garnet
know you
not
can't
gonna
answer any
use a
questions for
question
us.
on
Maybe you
that.
could draw us a little something in the sand as some kind of a clue.
Garnet
Oh.
loves pictures.
there's something from when I was alive that I think I remember. I wonder if this still means the same thing. And he draws a figure in the sand. And when he finishes, he turns and he looks at you and says, well, there it is. What do you think? And approaching, you see a crude depiction of a fist with one finger raised, one of the middle fingers raised directly at you. And he says,
Garnet thinks that translation might have been lost over time, but
no, good luck.
good luck to you, crew. Garnet will do
Good
it
luck.
back. Good luck, yeah, yeah. Garnet thanks you.
Yes.
I will be here, and I want you to know that this is. I have a good feeling about both of you, and now I've had good feelings about others before that have not borne out. But I want to see you succeed, and I promise you that my master does as well. We've been waiting a long time for a champion of the Grove.
Garnet appreciates that, crew. You're very nice.
Thank you. And he, a little tear creases down his cheek, and he goes, just please.
Thank you. That means so much to me, crew.
Thank you. And then Tosker's gonna flip him back like,
Yeah, Garnet
know
will
what that
do the
means.
same.
Oh,
too, buddy.
fun for you too.
They're crying, flipping each other off. It's a very emotional, charged moment.
Now, once you enter, you won't be able to come back into this clearing. And I'm afraid that again, the longer you spend there, the harder it will be for you to move.
Right.
So make sure that you are prepared before you enter.
Part of the thing that you described to us earlier, we don't need to sleep either, do we?
No.
Okay. Good. Well, Garnet's ready. Are you ready, Toskr?
As ready as I can be, I suppose.
Okay. Bye, crew. See you in a bit. Garnet hopes.
He smiles. He smiles, and he puts a hand to his chest, and then one to his forehead, and then raises the back of his hand to you and says, "May the bent truck guide you on your path, and find you clear through to the other side."
I hope the bench finds you too.
No, bent. He looks for a second and he says, "Maybe it's not a bent trunk."
We appreciate it anyway. Thank you. Okay.
And he again touches his forehead
Yep.
and raises the back of his hand, and then gives you one last look and returns to scribbling in the sand.
Garnet cracks his rocky knuckles. Here we go.
There we go. I wonder if everyone else is okay.
He's gonna start running to the golden tree.
Okay. You get 1 foot over the edge of this this barrier, and as your foot lands, we return to the road.
Yeah,
I will put it out there right now. If we are going to take a break, now would be the time that we do that. How is everybody feeling? Do you want to continue through this last hour, or would you like a 5-minute break here?
Fine.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Feel good. Feel good.
All right. Back on the road. Brother Paul and his now 1 recruit are bearing down on the collapsed pile of baby rocks bearing the number of chits. As this pile of rocks has collapsed from its previous form of a Goron, strangely enough, it has lost its consciousness. It has stopped being the thing that it once was, and it's almost as if it does not remember what that thing was. Brother Paul arrives, gives a glance back at what should have been the two pursuing recruits, notices that there's one, and hurls an invective after the one that is retreating back towards the gate before turning back and looking down. What am I supposed to do with this? For it would appear that what we have is no longer the thing that I was sent in to retrieve. I will give you one opportunity to walk out of here willingly before I grab each stone individually and carry it to an opposite end of Tidwell.
Jesus.
Jesus
Is he saying this to the
You
used to
say
be Garnet?
this to the baby!
Yes.
Yeah,
His baby doesn't
he's
speak English.
Tenrag is unconscious, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
You
Tenrag
are not
can't
currently.
do anything. He hears a soft snoring that
Okay.
makes the rocks click together.
For a brief moment, the scorpion considers, if we let the burn go ahead, that could take care of Brother Paul, but he's going to just lean back and watch everything because I think I've done enough.
You say that out
so
loud.
far. I considered saying it out loud, but
Okay.
I don't think he would unless you want him to.
Because Toolah's thinking the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because Toolah doesn't remember Garnet and Toskr.
Who are they?
Receiving no response, Brother Paul goes to make good on his threat. He reaches down and grabs one of the pieces of Tenrag. And he grabs and hoists this thing and throws it as far as he can away from the remainder of the pile. He stops, taking a deep breath, and turns back towards his recruit and says, "Well, make yourself useful. Grab some stones." Over the course
go
of
to
the
the
next
opposite end of Tidwell, and we can't continue the burn. And
Yeah, he gave up on doing that himself, a lot faster than I thought.
under the instruction of Brother Paul, they begin to pull these rocks apart and move them away from one another. How many of you would be familiar with how Garnet works?
In what sense?
Like, if the rocks aren't nearby, they can't reform.
This would be like grabbing chunks of you and pulling it out of your body.
It's like when you're a vampire and they,
Yeah, but
take
this
off all
isn't
the
actually
pieces and burn
Garnet.
you.
No,
Do we
But-
know?
No, this
that's
is-
not actually
It's
Garnet?
a baby.
this is the life that the scorpion created by wanting to
He
cause a
created
distraction.
it.
So
A
it's still gonna
baby.
obey like the same physical rules.
Did
Yes.
the scorpion ever actually tell us that he made a fake Garnet?
No, and right now I'm just again, because I feel like I want to let other people take the spotlight, I'm just leaning back eating an apple. If we want to make it poetic, every time a rock is pulled out, it's accompanied by the crunchy yet fleshy sound effect of chewing into an apple.
Beautiful.
So
If I
might-
do sound design this later, I'm coming back to curse you, Kyle.
I might run over to help.
wait,
I think it's real
To help
Garnet.
remove those rocks?
I think it's real Garnet, right?
Okay.
I'm
Now,
not
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah,
so
we-
I might be running over to help.
That's cute.
I think I'll
Into
run
the-
with you, but I think I would know Garnet well enough to know that that's not real Garnet. But I think maybe if we tell these people that you're about to kill a recruit, that buys us more time.
Right.
And I think we would. I mean, I think obviously Toolah doesn't know who Garnet is, but she probably knows enough about how Gorons operate to know that if you pull them apart, they no longer
Well,
exist.
Yeah,
They're not
So let me
from-
let me
He's
give you a little bit of
committing
context.
murder.
I would have to say that Gorons are relatively rare. You ran into one during the Andam, but those might be two of only a handful in all of the Varjaloon. So
in
if
that
you
case,
have
probably
your
not.
memories of Garnet removed, you may have like a cursory knowledge of how Gorin work, but probably not the same knowledge that you would have.
Yeah,
Right.
and no, probably not enough of a connection to really like be invested.
Your call on that, whether Toolah would or not, but I don't think that you would know that it was like an imminent danger of death. That said, Click would. Click definitely would. Sleeves would. Sleeves, you remember.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I think I know enough to know that maybe I don't know definitively that separating it is bad, but I feel like I can intuit just knowing Garnet. Like, hey, probably putting Garnet in 17 places is bad.
As every rock is pulled away, you notice that some of the mossy tendrils that have previously held Tenrag together are being torn asunder when that happens.
A
Yeah,
fake.
I'm running.
Hey!
Full sprint into the to go.
Okay. How do any of you have chits on you? I have to ask.
Ooh.
I believe Sleeves does, because
I
I
have
had
my-
him
I have a
steal the
chit on
chits
me.
for me.
I have a chit on me actually.
All right.
And I wanted Sleeves' chit specifically, but Sleeves made a point not to give that one to me.
Yes.
I have my
So
own.
you have-
Is that different?
Yeah. You run full sprint towards Garnet?
Yeah, I ran full
Knowing-
sprint towards Garnet.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you cross the threshold, you pop out of existence. I need
Sick.
Yeah! Sleeves is here!
Fuck.
I
no!
need
People might forget about him.
I need a presence roll from Scorpion, from Toolah, and from Click.
That's a 22 with fear.
Nice.
Okay. This is a 15 that you're beating, so
Okay, cool.
you guys are so quick I can't even get the DC up.
It's a 5.
Oh
Okay.
no!
With hope
Is
or
there
fear.
any way this qualifies under my
With hope.
experience named fuck around and find out that I could add 2 to the roll?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
yeah.
Spend a
Would
hope and you
that
can add
have
that too.
saved you
was a
remembering
presence.
Garnet?
I don't think so. I don't think it would have. Sorry, and you said presence?
Yes, it's a presence roll.
Okay.
I love the spinning chair.
Yeah,
in
it's very-
Jonathan's-
yeah.
Yeah, it's poetic.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so
don't know
gotta-
why we have a chair for someone who wasn't playing.
So that
Josh,
is
there's an extra
a-
box on the stream.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
sorry, I'll get rid of it.
confusing.
Slowly popping up.
So what do we
I got-
have, Kate?
So I got a 12 on the hope and a 9 on the fear. So
Oh, that's-
and then
that's
plus
great.
2.
21.
So yeah, you killed it. You
So
crushed
30,
it.
Yeah.
You remember. Click does not. Click
you
has no
remember
idea who Sleeves is.
Well, at least Toolah remembers somebody.
Well, I mean, how could you forget Sleeves?
Forget Sleeves. It's very memorable.
So
Click, you you lose all memory, all understanding of who Sleeves was. You have no memories associated with Sleeve other than the general sense of what you were doing there.
Yeah.
Those areas where Sleeves was directly interacting with you are gone completely. Otherwise, he's just grayed out.
I have zero recollection of what just happened, but because we were already in motion, his courage still goes
Okay.
through me, and so I just keep running. I go, wait!
Now-
You're killing a recruit.
Did you have a chit on you or no?
I don't believe so. I've been checking my
I don't
character
think you
sheet. I don't
did.
have it. I think I was too cowardly to go grab one. so-
100%.
I think the
is
idea
how I
was
remember it.
that Garnet might have carried his for him. Like, he was like,
Sure.
you could take it. I think.
That does sound familiar, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I did with mine.
Okay. Well, I know that there was a collection that were pulled out.
Yeah.
I believe that everybody that had one now has gone through the threshold into the orchard.
I
You
believe
run
so.
full speed into this orchard, and you were intending to stop Brother Paul.
Yes.
Okay. You run up, and you can immediately sense, like as you get closer, that there is a threatening, like energy in this place, and as more stones are pulled, you notice approaching without a roll that the intensity of the blackness in the space around the disassembled Tenrag. Tenrag.
Yeah, Tenrag.
Is-
And also, I will add, there's like a little tiny feather boa with googly eyes on it on the ground. It's the low
wormy?
poly fake wormy. That's Umru.
Yeah. Okay, sure. You notice that there's like a visible blackness that is accumulating around this pile of rocks as more are pulled. Almost as if it's reacting to the murder that's happening.
Stop! Look what you're doing.
The first to notice you approaching is the recruit, who turns and looks a little bit shocked to see you running up, and drops one of the stones that falls with a thud at his feet. Brother Paul hears this and stands up erect, towering over you, and turns and says,
He's what?
Slow down there. Slow down.
You heard the man.
This is exciting for him. This is where he gets his kicks. No,
That's crazy.
We know.
oh, please don't do that again, John. Stands up over you and turns to immediately. What do you think you're doing? Do you think that I am paying you? That this is something that I asked for you as a job? No, this is an order that your life depends on. Pick up that stone, bring it out of the orchard.
You cannot murder a recruit.
What are you?
Another one of those. I am this
You are
one's friend.
witnessing
And
me.
I will grab the stone that the recruit dropped and put it back on top of the pile. Be like, look, and kind of try and get it to see that it's causing creep to come out of there.
This is your one warning. Seemingly oblivious to this.
Oh,
Now,
God.
the blind eye that Brother Paul has with the cross on it that seems to focus randomly starts to lock in directly on his small recruit, not you. Now, as he's gesticulating and ordering, that eye stays fixed to the location of the recruit.
Okay.
He pauses for a second and says, "You," looking directly at his recruit. "What's your name?"
I will quietly walk around and start gathering stones.
You're able to do so, to gather more stones while this happens.
Mm-hmm.
The recruit stutters for a second and says, "My name's Avril. And Paul says, "I wish you a good voyage." And turns back around and grabs another stone. The recruit stands there for a moment, completely stunned, before turning back to grab a stone that is no longer there. And as he bends over, the tendrils of creep around his feet reach up and pull him face first into the ground. You hear a muffled scream as his face is driven into the dirt, as he is pulled tighter and tighter against the ground.
Yikes.
As this gets more intense and he starts to struggle, and you can see his limbs working hard against the tendrils grasping him tightly, Brother Paul stands up and says, "I suppose we're not wanted here." And
Oh, it
takes a
got the
step-
recruit, not Brother Paul. I thought it was Brother
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul.
nope.
No, it was the
takes
recruit.
takes the step back onto the clear path and looks down appreciatively as this recruit is dragged face first into the ground, slowly being smothered.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I cannot. I can't.
Bro.
I cannot.
Brother Paul's
How
got
close is he?
issues.
How close
I
is he to
finished
the
my
tendrils?
last
Feet.
bite of apple as he gets pulled into the ground.
That's crazy.
I think- You see, Click had collected stones And at seeing Brother Paul just allow this to happen, like totally just drops them, and like his shell cracks as he like vibrates. And then I would like to almost involuntarily again use conjured weapon, and I'm picturing like honestly just a big garnet-shaped rock, and I wanted to hurl at Brother Paul's head and try and knock him into the tendrils.
Yo!
Okay, definitely will allow you to do that. I guess what we're gonna have to do is you will have to make an attack against Brother Paul.
Yeah. For conjured weapon, it says make a spellcast roll against the target in very close range.
So give me your spellcast roll against Brother Paul. Then I will say that we'll just do it this way. I'm gonna spend a fear actually, and give him.
You don't have to.
Yeah, no, I do.
You
All
don't
done.
have to.
Alright, you got plenty of them.
So I'm going to spend a fear
don't
to
be-
take narrative control of this. Actually,
Okay.
you go to hurl this weapon at him, and it was a rock. You said,
Yeah, he conjures a garnet-shaped stone.
okay, and you hurl it at him, trying to push him into the stone, and with his back turned to you, he ducks and then stands up as it passes over his head. And he turns around to you and says, "There's nothing to be done for him. I know this as a part of my curse. I know the moments that those around me will die, and I see them every night as I sleep.
Damn.
But you could have done something. You could have tried to change it.
If it could be changed, it wouldn't have happened.
This
You
bitch.
didn't even try.
I've learned through innumerable deaths of those around me that no effort of mine will ever change it."
This bitch brought him into the grove knowing that recruit was gonna die. He was like, pick up that fucking stone, asshole, if it's the last thing you do, because I know it is. That's
You know what?
crazy.
I think, yeah,
Those
click.
eyeballs, cool as fuck.
Also,
This is. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
think Kate has been trying to say something for a while.
It's fine. I feel like as this is happening, Toolah has kind of begrudgingly moved next to the scorpion and has been watching all of this unfold. And as she is processing the fact that Sleeves has blinked out of existence and Click is about to basically like unalive himself by trying to unalive Brother Paul.
Correct.
She's going to start looking for some of those torches that that the other leaders were passing out to the recruits.
You notice that as this transpires, like as you start looking for these torches, that the assembled recruits, while looking incredibly uncomfortable, that is not mirrored in the demeanor of the leadership around. The prior rear captain seems to be staring at this event as it unfolds. The rear captain that had addressed the group originally is staring at these events unfold nonplussed. And they look like they share glances, and as you're again looking for these torches, you're looking for one of the punks specifically. There's a few on the ground that were dropped there by the recruits that had it in. You can easily find it. Nobody moves to stop you if you're going to grab them.
I'm going to grab one. Do I have anything within like range to light it on fire?
Yeah, absolutely. I would assume that you would have some like camp instruments of some sort.
I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to use a flint and stone, whatever equivalent I have, and I'm going to light it on fire. I'm going to walk up and stand at the entrance and stand at the entrance of the grove.
Yeah, absolutely. Easily done.
So Toolah is standing at the entrance to the grove, and she's going to call out to Brother Paul. I think that's quite enough, don't you?
No response. Brother Paul stays affixed, staring at the recruit who is now twitching as he is fighting for breath. His head now covered in tendrils, pulling his face firmer against the ground.
I will try to save him. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna shove my my like scepter into the goo like towards him, and then try and grab the part of him that's sticking out with my other hand and like just try pulling.
Okay. I want you to give me a strength roll.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
very
spend
bad strength.
I'm gonna spend a fear right now to give it a disadvantage. Okay. That means that you will roll another d6 and subtract that from the result of your total.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
mark the DC at 12.
Okay.
To
to be
pull him
totally transparent with everyone, this is a bad idea. This is not the character that should be doing this, but someone.
You're my
Nope.
hero.
Totally fine.
Oh, 12.
Yeah.
Ayo!
With hope or fear?
Don't say
With
it's-
fear.
No, that's not the important
I'll
part.
take that fear
Okay.
back.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We
it's
can
okay.
recover from this.
It's okay.
Let him get up. Let him get up.
You.
That's crazy because I have a -1 from the stat and I rolled a 6 on the disadvantage.
Damn. Good
Nice.
for you, man.
Sorry.
Okay. You force your. You said you have a scepter.
Yeah.
Okay. You force your scepter in between this recruit, Arvel, and the ground, and you start to lever it up. Now, your legs, like, paint this picture for me. Exactly how are you trying to get him?
Yeah,
out?
so he went face first, right?
Yeah.
So-
he's being actively dragged, like, in a
Yeah.
kneeling position into
So-
the ground.
Click just kind of, I'll give the credit to Sleeves. Just kind of, Sleeves got him into motion, and now it's just adrenaline. And you see the scepter gets shoved into like the inky black. I imagine some of the tendrils start crawling up it, like Venom style. And then he will, like, while holding the scepter, gets down onto one knee, grabs like the foot that's sticking out, and just begins to pull, and then like pushes on the scepter to like help pry this guy out of the goo and pull him out.
It's like when
Okay.
something sticks to the pan when you're cooking.
So you're doing this from like the face side or the back?
From
side?
behind.
Okay.
So like, yeah, using the leverage of the scepter to help the front side of him out, and then from
Okay.
behind him pulling with the foot.
Okay. So you're trying to pull him backwards while you lift up the front. Do I have that
Yeah.
accurately?
Yeah.
Now you have an opportunity to stop this if you want.
Okay.
But seeing you actually crank the recruit Arvel up off the ground a measure, as you hear a desperate gasp as he gulps air in the bit of clearance that's been given him, Brother Paul walks up from behind you and raises his leg as if to bring his foot down on the back of this recruit's head
Jesus.
To kill him?
to put his face back in the ground.
I'm immediately gonna grab the scepter and I am going to like whack him upside the chin with it and say, "Couldn't do anything, huh?" And just like he's just lost his mind at this point.
For sure. I am gonna spend a fear to have you roll this with a disadvantage.
Okay.
This is, if you want to hit him here, it is going to be a difficulty of 12.
Okay. My scepter says it uses presence.
Yep.
Okay.
Then roll your presence.
That's better for me. So I'll roll presence, disadvantage. Let's see. 15.
Okay. You crank
up.
the scepter and you like you're gonna hit him. So tell me how you hit him.
Yeah, it is just fully. He lifts the leg and Click sees it, shouts, and like it might even still have some of the goo on it. Like the scepter, he just flicks it so that the bottom part of it just smacks him on the underside of the chin.
Okay.
Maybe if I can get a crack on that beak, I'll take it.
Sure. You smack him with all your might out of just sheer desperation and blind like adrenaline. And you take his open mouth as he has this very like rictus grimace on his face, and you crack it shut. And he reels back for a second and takes a step back onto the path before regaining himself. And when he turns, his eye locks on you, his one good eye, as the cross flits back and forth before landing right back on the recruit on the ground. Your scepter being free, he is now dragged back face first, and you can hear his muffled screams again in the dirt below him.
Okay, I'm gonna get back at it. He starts screaming. He just goes, "Help! Somebody help, please!" And I am going to try to use... Tell me if I can do this. If I spend hope, could I use Veil Step to try and bring this guy with me?
You can't bring anybody with you with Veil Step,
Okay.
I don't believe.
Okay,
So,
okay. Trying to do something other than something slightly creative.
Yeah, no, go for it. I encourage you to do anything like that. Mechanically, though, that one will work.
Toolah, burn it something. I don't know. And yeah, he's gonna get back in there and
Okay.
keep trying to pull this guy out as he has been.
I'm going to spend a fear again. Give me a DC 12 strength.
All right, it's probably
With
not gonna work
disadvantage.
this time. We'll see. Wait, critical. Oh, both match. Critical.
Okay. Okay. So you...
Bro, Click should be
You-
the champion of the Grove. What the fuck?
For real. He's my
He's
champion.
unstoppable.
You-
He cannot be stopped.
Go ahead, get it in.
I choose to believe this is all because he chose to come back. He defied fate.
There you go.
You shove your scepter in between this recruit and the earth, and you get great purchase on the ground underneath, perhaps on one of the discarded stones of Tenrag, and you feel like you have an actual lever at your hands here. I am going to give you narrative control of this next bit here. So describe to me exactly how you free young recruit Arvo.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's that adrenaline, like, bear strength, I think. It is, it's like watching the most violent birth you've ever seen. It's just like, he's grabbing onto whatever flesh he can find on this dude, tugging him out, like, in a couple inches at a time, just like, ugh! Like smacking at the goo with the scepter, trying to break pieces of it off, prying at him, yanking him out, and then finally, like, I imagine, like, he's got face hugger style, like, all the goo on his face.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I'll grab him by the back of the neck, almost like press the scepter to the back of his skull, and use it to, like, rip the mask off. And then there's probably, like, just so much force that I think Click falls onto his back, and he sends this recruit flying, probably, like, right on top of Brother Paul as Paul is, like, standing up.
Okay. As Brother Paul recovers from being hit, and you launch this recruit at him, Arvel, his arms kind of akimbo as he was trying to force himself up, lurches free, and you hear this horrible gasp as he tries to draw air through a mouthful of mud before coughing violently and then spitting it out, a glob of it hitting Brother Paul directly in his fat beak. And Paul winces and pulls back as if disgusted by this chain of events, reaches up and grabs the clump of dirt, throws it on the ground, and says, "This cannot have happened.
Tell him to run.
The eye has never lied."
And yet it has.
And I don't know, he's not a cool guy. Like, Click is not a cool guy.
Correction, Click just did the fucking coolest thing ever. Click is a certified cool guy.
I am going to roll
Click is
for
good at
myself to
things.
decide what I do next.
Sure, go ahead.
If hope
Tell
wins,
the recruit to
I'll be
run.
normal. If fear wins, I'm gonna go insane.
Just tell the recruit to run.
Hope
Toolah
wins.
is still Go ahead.
He'll come up and he'll go, Arvel, run! And I will grab him and I will usher him out of the orchard.
Okay, fair. Fair. You grab Arvel, and as he's still clearing his airways, as he's sputtering, you drag him at a half jog, half sprint out of this orchard. And there, as you start to break free of Brother Paul, you hear an almost reserved or like half-hearted cheer come up from the recruits before you notice that there's Vizier Hursting standing at the entrance, blocking your egress from the orchard.
Vizier, Brother Paul, he was trying to kill the recruit. He let him die, please. You have to do something. Keep him away from him, please.
She looks down at you, Click, and she puts up her hand as if to stop you from speaking, and she stares with a worried look in her eye, first at you and then at recruit Arvel, before looking back up at Paul deeper in, standing stock still, his beak agape, as if in disbelief. And she says, with a decidedly apprehensive tone, take recruit Arvel back to the wagon with you. He is now part of your regiment.
Oh, wow.
He nods vigorously.
Arvel joined us.
I will say, I can only offer you so much protection against retaliation once you are at Eskakale. And be wary, because few have defied Brother Paul and none have interfered with the curse he bears.
You see Click's
Arval
eyes.
gonna get Final Destination?
I hope not. I will
you
be
see
comfortable with my life.
Click's eyes in that kind of like almost crustacean way where they can like kind of move independently almost. Seems to be looking at like the tendrils that are near Brother Paul and at the fire in Toolah's hand. And you can see the thought form in his mind, and then you can see him drop it as well. And he goes,
Why is he allowed to remain? Can't you do something? Clearly he is not well. He should not be in command of others.
There is a logic, however cruel, to how all things are run, young Click. And I wish that I knew the calculus of it, but I do not. Go, before he decides to be upset about this.
he begins to walk, and then, kind of speaking over his shoulder but not looking at her, goes,
Vizier Hursting, I hope that you can check their math soon. Because if you do not, then we will have to find a way to do so.
and he will walk with him and usher him to the caravan, fucking hide him under hay. I don't fucking know.
Dude, roll credits. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a few moments before Brother Paul has gathered himself enough, and he walks out a less confident man than he entered the orchard. Good. You can see that he appears to be taking stock of himself as he exits, and the one recruit that did break, he turns to and pulls his hand back and slaps full across his face before grabbing the back of his tunic and pulling him back towards the wagon.
I keep thinking bad things are happening to Brother Paul and then realizing it's Brother Paul doing the bad things.
Of course, you can make the assumption. I've previously been accused of making morally gray villains, so I'm doing my best not to do that. Back in the orchard.
Hold on, it looked like Toolah wanted to say something first.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Toolah. If you have,
Toolah's got a one-liner.
Yeah.
As Brother Paul is passing her, she's going to look up at him and say as he passes, "It's about time you got out of there. My arm's awfully tired. It would have been a shame if I had dropped this and set that entire orchard on fire," and then turn around and go back to the wagon.
He spares you a sidelong glance as he passes and snaps his beak at you once before wrenching on that tunic again. But yes, for once, Brother Paul did not have an intimidating gesture towards you, or he didn't turn to square off against the challenger. He seems genuinely shaken by this encounter. Back in the orchard, however.
Yeah.
Garnet, you've just stepped over the threshold of the grove, and you said that you wanted to take off at a sprint, right?
Yes, I would like to try to make it really hard for it to grab me.
Okay. You land that first foot down, and you notice immediately on going to raise it as your second foot hits that it does not come away clean.
Yeah.
You are pulling that, and tendrils are still attached to the rock as you lift your leg. And by the time your second leg goes to leave the earth, it is burdened. As your foot falls for the third time, it lands in a squelchy spot, for lack of a better word, and it becomes near impossible to lift it again. You find yourself in what would be the equivalent of ankle-deep mud. The running does not seem to have produced the result that you want, and I'm going to need an agility roll from you to maintain your feet.
Okay. That's a 9 with hope.
Okay, sorry, I should have given you the difficulty beforehand. That is a 12, as everything has been up to this point.
Yeah.
Take your hope.
Does hope expire at the end of sessions?
Hope does not. Hope carries over.
Excellent. Okay. Great.
You stumble, and your knee goes down into the tendrils. And as it does, you can feel some reach up and wrap around the back of your leg.
Ugh.
I am going to need an agility roll from you, Toskr, in order to stay atop Garnet's back.
I want to protect him.
Again, this is a 12 difficulty.
And it's not like I have a -1 in agility or anything.
I want to protect him. Oh, take me instead.
That is a 15 with hope.
Okay. You do manage to grip onto the back of Garnet's head and maintain your perch atop his shoulders. As you are caught kneeling here, Garnet, you are struck by how rapidly this has wrapped up to try and grab you. Your legs are heavier than normal, and I need a sense of what you're trying to do as you feel these tendrils reaching up to grab you quickly. And you hear, seeing this behind you, you hear Crew let out a gasp as a small and makes a brief wince seeing you fall.
He's going to calm himself. He's a big dude, so Toskr should be fine for at least a couple seconds while he figures this out. And he's going to say, "Crew of L, answer me this!"
No, wait!
Dude, what do you want from me? I'm about to fucking die. Like, is this not the time to ask a question?
I want to try something.
Okay, then do it.
Well, I thought you were describing.
What
what
does Brother
to
Paul think of this? What are his visions?
What is this? Magic eyeball says. Toskr is gonna like panic, seeing that his friend is going down and it's like rapidly encroaching, and he's gonna start fiddling with the device on his wrist. He's gonna scan at the roots, and then I'm going to spend a hope to try to exploit the exception. It says once per rest, when a manifestation of the creep or after ataxia is present, spend 1 hope to redirect its properties in your favor. GM describes the phenomenon's current effect. You turn it toward a benefit you described, gain advantage on your next roll, and trigger the chosen effect.
Which effect are you trying to target here?
I am trying, instead of dragging in Garnet, I want it to kind of reject Garnet. Kind of push him back up.
Give me
recognize Garnet is not part of the dead or something like that.
I'm going to call this a presence roll for this purpose. So give me a presence roll with advantage then. We're going to give this a difficulty of 15.
Okay. So then you said with advantage?
With advantage. You get advantage as part of that ability.
All right. That is a 3 with hope.
Okay. Take your hope that you just spent. So, okay, that's fine. Take your hope, and you understand that, like the creep that you are familiar with, this creep does tend to enmesh the things that enter it. However, it seems to be considerably more aggressive. And as you fiddle with your device and attempt to push it back, it does not seem to be affected in the way that you would be expecting. It loosens a little and will give, I'll say, through your use of this, will give you advantage on your next roll, Garnet, to free yourself.
Okay.
But again, behind you, you hear Crew. And Crew appears to be speaking to someone.
Brother Paul.
You hear the voice. No, don't be afraid. No, over here. Sleeves.
Yeah.
You find yourself in what appears to be the orchard. However, this is not the orchard that you were expecting. Instead, this is a pitch black cold orchard, and it is, as previously described, covered in creep, and there is a clearing with a small white-robed figure who is gesturing you to enter.
I may go to the clearing. That feels like the safe spot to be.
You enter with the tendrils of the grove still clinging to your footwear as you cross the line of salt. And the white-robed figure ushers you towards his fire and says, "There's no need to be afraid. I'm Crew Hachlachlud. You can call me Crew."
Okay. Hello. What's going on here?
He explains to you that you are able to stay here as long as you like, that he will offer you company, that you have no need to eat or sleep or any of the tasks associated with your biological life, for you are in fact, while here, dead.
Would you count this as a setup?
You would have to. The setup requires your active involvement. You have to tell me in advance how you're preparing a scene for a setup.
Oh, I'm just trying to take his stick.
You would have had to have done
Damn.
something prior to
Don't
that.
bully
I'm
him.
fairly certain.
Yeah, is this prearranged?
I mean, he's a cripple, man. You could probably just take
Okay.
his hands.
It's fine.
Christ, don't bully Crew.
My guy just likes taking stuff. I don't know. Okay, he's explaining to me.
Yep. So he explains to you the rules of this place, and he says, "Now I want to stress that there's no reason for you to undertake the challenge with any amount of haste or anything of that sort. You are free to stay here as long as you wish, and in fact, it may be easier for you to sit and observe others taking the test as we have right over here. And he gestures to where there is a fallen Garnet with Toskr perched atop his shoulders.
Okay. Didn't I just... Okay, so I'm confused because I just saw what I thought was Garnet dying in the orchard.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sick. Okay. I'm like, can we do anything about? Like, it looks like that's not working for them though. Like they're not doing well. Can we help?
Oh no, I'm afraid I can't do anything for them except answer questions. Do you know about you don't know about the questions. You are allowed 3 questions while in the grove.
Can we before we do all that?
No, it's important once I start this that I'm allowed to finish.
They're in danger right now. Like they're in danger right now. Like I respect your job and everything, but they have a pressing. You said I can be here as long as I want. I promise I will let you finish the rules. You said it's against the rules for you to help. What rules specifically?
Oh, I'm here to administer the rules and declare a champion when one is found.
Well, they told me they forgot the rules.
Okay, I have just told you the rules. Would you like me
administer to them? Do you want to help them up and?
He looks down at the fire for a second, and though his eyes are blank, you see with like 1,000-yard stare as he tries to puzzle out what's being said to him, and he looks back up at you and says, "I don't believe they said anything. I've been watching intently before your arrival."
They look like they don't remember.
I'm afraid that my master's been quite clear about what I am allowed and not allowed to do.
Can we talk to your master? Just maybe you want a champion. Like we could like, at some point. How long did you say it's been? I'm assuming we've gone through the spiel, right?
Yeah, I've been here for 4 entire ages by my estimation.
Do you think maybe the rules that you set up are kind of like antiquated? When's the last time you did like an update?
It's not my call, I'm afraid.
I know. Let's talk to him. We can talk to him. Just call him. Where are they at?
just call him up. Where's your manager?
Should you be a champion of the Grove, undoubtedly my master will one day want to speak to you.
I guess,
but until then, I'm afraid that if he were at my beck and call, I would have some company in this grove.
What if I just
which
kick
I
all this salt
unfortunately
out?
do not. I'm afraid that would fare worse for you than for me.
Yeah, but then you would never have your champion. And I know you want a champion bad enough to wait here for 4 ages. What if we just put this whole bitch down?
The salt
They say bitch here? Is that a thing they say?
the salt was placed here by me upon my arrival. And should you kick it loose, yes, this clearing will disappear as the creep overtakes it, but so will you.
But you'll never get a champion.
Well, no, I'll simply, once your corpse is consumed, push you out into the grove and allow others to pick from your body as I reassemble the salt line.
That's fair.
I've
That's fair. Hey, you know what? You got me there. That's okay.
Crazy. Garnet has a crazy idea. He has an experience in rock carving. Salt comes from rocks. Is there any way to use my rock carving to, as I'm kneeling, take my arm and rub it against my knee and create some salt of my own?
127 hours.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I would say that Gorons, being living creatures, are not comprised of enough salt for that to make much of a difference here, and you would probably know that.
Okay.
I will say that you like I encourage you to be creative. I just can't like change like compositionally that unfortunately wouldn't work.
So then another question.
Yes.
Does Garnet get the feeling that struggling is making it worse and that he needs to just relax and that running is what made it happen so quickly.
Do you do anything to accompany that, to test that
Yeah,
hypothesis
and he's
out?
going to, instead of trying to get up, he's going to just relax for a moment, knowing that Toskr is safe on his shoulder. And breathe in and out.
You do feel that the tendrils are not ratcheting you nearly as hard to the ground as they had previously. In this moment, you notice that you've fallen not that far from one of the mounds as previously described. And looking around, taking your breaths, you feel the entire area around you release a little bit of tension. And that's as far as I'm going to go with that description, I think.
Okay.
For right now.
So, other question, because he is ghost touched. I know this isn't atherotaxia, but does that offer any sort of help in this situation?
With this situation specifically, no.
Okay. Then he is just going to commit to what he's doing and try to stay very calm. And if this counts, he does also have experience in creature handling, if you could call these tendrils creature-like in any way. And
No,
he is just...
unfortunately.
That's okay. Just going to very, very slowly and very relaxed, just try to stand up.
Give me a strength roll, and we'll call this difficulty 10.
Okay.
But you still have advantage, right?
I don't think I need
From
it.
Toskr.
I mean, I can roll with advantage, but that's a 21 with hope.
Okay. Take your hope.
Okay.
As you go to stand, you feel the tendrils slip from the back of your leg. As you right yourself, you do still feel them grabbing greedily at your feet, but it is no longer trying to ratchet you into the ground as you move.
Toskr, Garnet should not run. Stay calm.
Interesting.
He's going to slowly, very slowly, just try to walk towards the golden tree.
You do feel the tendrils release a little, but as you get closer to that tree, you make it maybe another 5 yards in, you can feel the resistance increasing as it tries to hold you within place. You're now entering an area that has considerably more of those mounds. And the creep that you are walking through is visibly thicker. And as you put your last footfall into this area before it starts to wrap up around what would be your calf, you can feel it tightening, almost as if constricting to hold you in place.
All right, Toskr. It's getting harder.
Hey, yo.
What? Bro.
Oh.
Getting harder to move, you say?
Yeah. This is thicker. I don't know if I can get any closer.
Interesting. He was saying that you could take things inside of yourself in order to help this. I wonder what that fully meant. I'm almost afraid to touch one of these mounds and see if any of those could help us.
Right.
Does that mean we can also take in the trees?
Maybe. We do have 3 questions we could ask.
Oh, technically, we should have 6 questions, no?
I don't want to waste a question on asking if we have 6 instead
I think
of
you
3.
said 3 per challenger.
That's correct.
Okay, that's
you
nice.
have the correct understanding of that, TJ. Meanwhile, back at the fire.
So anyway, they put us on wagons, man. Like, it was a whole thing. Anyway, you were going to say.
I find that very fascinating. You'll have to explain to me what a wagon is, though. If you'd like to, we can do that now. But I really am sorry. We do have to finish those rules.
Fine. Okay. Yeah.
You are allowed, once you enter the
Have you ever
grove,
seen a
to
boat?
ask me. I said, yes, of course I've seen a boat.
It's like a boat, but on ground with like a wheel. You know what wheels are, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know what a wheel.
Okay,
You're saying,
that's it. So boat?
you're talking about like a cart, right? A cart.
Yeah, like a cart. Like a cart.
Okay, I'm just fucking with you. I knew what a wagon was. I just like talking.
Damn. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do the deceit there, but you know, sometimes you got to be a little bit selfish, right? It's only natural. Anyhow, I do have to do the rules. Okay.
Okay.
So, once you enter the grove, you have 3 questions that you can ask me. But because my master is benevolent and wants to see you succeed, you have to frame those in a way that that it's definitive that you're asking a question. So you say, Crew Avel, answer me this. And then you ask whatever your question is at that point. Now, I will say this, that you will need to take things from within the grove to incorporate into yourself. You will have to accept that and whatever that may bring into you as a part of yourself in order to achieve this challenge.
What do you mean by that? Like, what kind of stuff?
Well, you are not the first to challenge, as evidenced by your friends out there. And that is, how should I say, what is left often is useful for those that remain, if that makes sense.
Yeah, can I take the creep inside of me and just make it creepless?
That's not the same, unfortunately. What the creep
Okay.
is more... Oh, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I cannot answer that for you. Just as a matter of course.
Cruvel, answer me this. Can I take the creep inside of me in some way and, like, make it not harmful while I'm out there?
He, as you say this, his eyes flash. They glow of their own accord. And he stands and looks at you and says, "The creep cannot be taken, not of its own accord, as it is not made from that of the corporeal. Being a corporeal being by your nature, it is incompatible with who you are." And he sits back down and says, "Oh, you asked a question."
I did, yeah.
Oh, well, okay. I hope you got a satisfactory answer.
No.
I'm sorry. You have 2 more, though, if that's any succor to you.
Yeah, anyway. You didn't finish the rules. I'm waiting for you to...
Oh, just
Yeah, I
once
got
you're
you, but... Yeah.
once you've entered, you cannot return to the clearing here, unfortunately.
Right.
So ensure that when you leave, you are fully prepared. And I do believe that concludes all the rules that I'm allowed to divulge.
Can you remind me? I'm not allowed to take... Because the creep is not corporeal, right? Is the idea? That's what was...
Was that your question?
No, I'm sorry. Out of...
Oh yeah. You can't bring you're out of character. What you were told is that because the creep is made fundamentally of something that is not what you are made of, that it won't work.
Can I take him?
Well, he's told you that he's dead. So perhaps, like, I mean, I can't answer that for you unless none of you are mad. So none of you have the ability to ask me a question complete, like a metagaming question.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna try to take Reveal in.
Okay.
Right? I feel like that would help.
I need. We're gonna call this a DC, like a difficulty 18 roll.
There's a crew neck T-shirt joke in here with sleeves.
We'll find it. Give it time.
What if I warn him that I'm okay? 18, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be so. First, describe to me what you're doing.
So the idea, my understanding is I can like put things inside, like I can like kind of like absorb things in, right? I'm gonna try to absorb. I'm gonna be like, hey, anyway, thanks for explaining the rules. You did a great job. Like, bring it in. And then I'm gonna try to like.
Oh, he gladly goes to embrace you. He's like his stubby little arms. He comes up to you. He looks. The only way they can accurately describe what Crew looks like is like a teddy bear almost, if it were dehydrated. And so you come at him with those wide arms, and he toddles up to you with his little stick and goes fully to embrace you. Now tell me exactly where it goes from there.
AIDS here. Did he come in here looking like a fucking mummy?
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna try to pull him in.
Describe to me pull him in.
I imagine it's like almost like I'm just like I like hug it and then I just kind of like accept it, right? So I'm just like trying to like almost like.
If you're not careful,
phase.
you're gonna become the guy that has to tell people the rules.
Okay, so you I will say this. Due to circumstances that I cannot directly divulge to you, you will get advantage on this roll.
Oh no. I was also gonna use a hope. Can I use hope?
Yeah. If you have experiences to apply or hope that can be spent.
What kind of roll is this?
This is going to be a presence roll.
Presence. Okay. Presence. I'm gonna hold on. Okay. Yeah, I think that might be the only thing I can do. So I'm gonna do a presence roll. I have an advantage.
Yes, you do.
And then can I do like? Then I don't have to use hope then.
No, you don't. You get this advantage free of charge.
And I can't use a hope to get like a double two advantage.
A double? No, that's not a thing.
No?
That would be cool though.
Just roll another d12.
I rolled a 12 in hope, 10 in fear.
So
that's a 22.
Yo!
With hope.
With hope. Take your hope.
Did I do the right roll? I have a little six-sided dice. I have 3
Yeah,
dice
that's what the advantage is.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I got a 25 because I got a. Okay. It's 12, 10.
It adds
and
it,
2.
and it'll add a 6-sided.
That's insane.
Okay.
With hope.
Okay, so you blew this away. Okay.
Oh no.
Have I fucked up?
No. This
no,
is.
I don't think so.
I hadn't anticipated this, but just like everything in these mounds, he is dead, and that's established. That's canon.
Yep.
You wrap your arms around Crew, and he gives you a oh, this is nice, and as you accept him, as you pull him tighter, you feel a cold burst of what can only be described as like an electrical energy that starts pushing through your body, and you feel something start to change about yourself.
Sick.
And the world around you suddenly becomes unbearably bright, and you close your eyes, you wrench them shut as you can almost feel like you can see the world through your closed eyelids. And when you reopen them, you see something completely different as your eyes have gone stark white. We will end today's session there.
Yo, wait, is Crew dead? Does Sleeves have to answer our questions now? Are we gonna be like, hey,
Sleeves is just like normal.
Answer me
we
this,
ask a question,
and suddenly he's like, no. Like,
I will have to
up, guys?
determine what what this changes about this challenge. Thankfully, I have a full week to do so. This has been a super fun session. I commend your creativity in this, Jonathan. That was well played. And you've really thrown a massive wrinkle into how this plays out now. But we will see.
Sleeves likes taking things.
Yep,
Yeah.
Sleeve, you took
Yeah,
just
he
about
certainly
the
does.
most.
Took the Holy Spirit.
Sleeves wants to steal.
Yeah.
It's
You-
what
well,
my
you-
character would do.
Yeah, I can't even explain it to you because it would give away too much. You'll learn some of it.
Somehow, somewhere, for reasons he cannot explain, a single tear of pride leaves the scorpion's eyes. Proud of my boy.
Thank you very much for joining us this week. For those that stuck around to
Thank you,
the bitter
guys.
end here,
Thank you.
I want to say that I appreciate you greatly, and we will be back next week on Wednesday to figure out where this goes.
Yeah.
Until then, this has been a blast, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
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 All right. So we are heading to stream end here.
All right.
That's
That was fun.
crazy.
That was
Am
nuts.
I recording here?